In this video, I'm going to break down the exact strategy that allows me to reach 335 unique people every single day with no ads and no outreach using social media for my business. I'm going to show you how I turn this attention into consistent 5 figures every single month and additional revenue on top of whatever other marketing I'm doing. I'm going to go over the entire playbook, exactly how you could use AI and automation to facilitate this process, and the conversion process to turn these views into leads and into clients for your business. Now, this is the proof right here. You can see over this time span on LinkedIn, absolutely crushing it with impressions and people reached. On YouTube, you can sort of see the unique viewers. These are new people coming to your channel. So if you divide by that by 30, you get that number. You can see this is on Instagram right here, and you can see this is on TikTok right here. Now, I understand that not all attention is built equally, and I'm going to cover that in a second here. But if you go to ChatGPT and if you just add up LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram, that's it. These are the amount of daily impressions I was getting across all platforms and the unique viewers. And this is how I come up with 335 unique viewers. And this is not even counting TikTok. TikTok is really sporadic. It goes up and down. I don't want to put in some massive outlier number to just inflate the numbers for you guys. I want to keep it true. This is how you can reach 100 to 300 new unique people every single day to see your business. These are new people. These are not returning people. These are new people that have never seen your face before. If you think about a room of 335 people, that's an insane number of people, right? And it's unreasonable that if you reach these people, you cannot turn that into an extra 5 figures of revenue for your agency, for your SaaS company, for your coaching business every single month. If I really wanted to add in TikTok and inflate the numbers, I'm reaching thousands of people every single day that have never seen me before, which again is insanely powerful. Now, I'm going to go over the exact AI content system that makes this happen, from the YouTube content strategy to the AI content infrastructure, which allows us for repurposing, to the conversion mechanisms. Because the whole goal here, guys, is we're not going for just views. We're not going for Mr. Beast status or celebrity status. We're going for leads. We're going for sales calls. We're going for clients. All right. We want to get people to our channels that are interested in our service, interested in our programs and our products, and are going to buy our stuff. Yes, views are nice, and there's a shock value in having a massive personal brand. I understand that, but I'd rather be a small creator with a massive impact in terms of revenue for my company than a large creator that's not making any money, because at the end of the day, you cannot pay your bills with views. If you figured out a way to do that, let me know. Anyways, we're going to go over exactly how you could turn this into 5 figures in additional revenue every single month for your business. And again, it's unreasonable. If you reach 335 people every single day, you cannot turn this into a profitable source of lead generation for your company, especially if you have a solid offer and proof of results. And that's exactly what we have. We've done this for every single other client that we worked with. We've done over 500,000 in client results just this year alone through these exact methods. All right. And we're going to hop right into exactly how it works. I have a lot to cover, so make sure you stick around. Now, the first thing is we're going to launch your content plan. All of this stems from a really good content plan, because what a lot of people chase after is virality. Again, they're going after things that don't matter. They're hopping on trends that are never going to pay them. They're going after large brand deals. They're going after the wrong audience, right? You really need to have a solid content strategy to actually turn these into the end goal, which is turning views into leads, sales calls, and clients, not just getting vanity metrics, which is views. Now, the first thing is you want to define your ICP. And I cannot tell you how insanely important this is. I talk about it in all my videos. If you're new here, bear with me because this is insanely important. I'm going to harp on this so many times in this video. You need to know exactly who you're targeting. Where are they located? What do they look like? What do they believe in? What are they scared of? What language are they speaking? Not in terms of like actual language, in terms of what messaging are they receptive to? What terms make sense to them? What terms don't make sense? You need to understand exactly who you're targeting, because the algorithms are so insanely good. If you understand who you're targeting in your videos and you make videos for your ICP, your algorithm will take your video. You'll post a video to the algorithm. This algorithm will spit back the exact type of person you want to watch your video. So you post a video, you send it to the algorithm. The algorithm say, oh, he knows who's targeting the videos for blah, blah, blah. It will find that person and it'll send that person to your video, right? The algorithm will literally do all of the hard work. It's built to match your video with your ideal viewer. So if you understand your ICP and you create videos to reach that ICP, your ICP will see the video 100% of the time. These algorithms are built to do that, okay? So one is you really need to understand your ICP. If you do not know how to properly do that, I made a whole video, so go check that out on my channel on exactly how to define your ICP and work backwards to get almost infinite content ideas. So first is define your ICP. Next is define your credibility and your talking points. So a lot of social media has to do with the fact that you're going to win by showing your past wins, okay? Now, if you're starting brand new, I understand you have to start somewhere, and I'm going to show you exactly sort of the pyramid of social proof right now, so you could leverage this even if you're just starting out. But you really need to define, why should people listen to you? If you saw in this video, the first thing I mentioned is basically my social proof. I showed you how I'm personally doing this, and then a few minutes ago, I also showed you all the clients that we're doing this exact same thing with. This gives you a reason to stay, because I know what I'm talking about, because we've done this countless times over and over and over. You're less inclined to watch my stuff if I show no proof that I'm good at what I'm talking about. I could just be straight lying to you, right? That's what a lot of people do on the internet. That's why we're in a trust recession. That's why you need to show proof up front, okay, which is what I did in this video, okay? So define your credibility and your talking points. So this is in the form of past case studies, USPs. These are unique selling propositions. Is it because you've done this in the past? You've maybe had 20 years of experience in your industry. You have a certain knowledge, maybe you have a degree that's related to the offer that you're selling. What makes you unique from your competition? This could be your processes, your IP. This is your intellectual property. So again, what makes your company different? How do you operate internally, which no one else does, or your learnings over time? And then the hierarchy here is essentially you are doing the thing for something else. So that is basically the ultimate case study or social proof is you doing this thing for something else. So that's why I showed you our case studies for other clients. So if you could teach someone something, that means you've pretty much mastered it, because it's one thing to do it for yourself, to teach someone and walk them through the same process and for them to get results, especially like 5, 6, 7 people, you've pretty much mastered that process in a way where you know what you're talking about. So that's number one. That is like golden S tier social proof. Next is doing the thing for yourself. So if you haven't exactly gotten a client and you can't do it for someone else, well, how can you do it for yourself? All right. You could also show that. And that's why I showed in my video as well. So that's number 2. Like these are the top things you want to really build in terms of social proof. The final thing is you just speaking on industry knowledge. Now, this is probably the lowest portion of social proof, but it's social proof nonetheless. Everything, guys, you have to realize everything truly is just a knowledge gap. Everything is a knowledge gap. So on the spectrum of knowledge, just say this is a 10, this is a 1. I mean, obviously, ideally, you want to be up here, but that's crazy unrealistic. A lot of people never even learn their entire industry. Even if you're at a 3, guys, you could teach people that are at a 1. Right? Because this is a 2-point knowledge gap. And that 2 points is probably all you need to actually teach someone something, right? Think about you just being ahead of someone, even if you're in terms of being older than them, right? So that is a knowledge gap. And you have to understand that you could be confident, even if you don't know everything, you know more than the next person, and you could teach them that. Now, obviously, be ethical about it, and you want to sell stuff that you really are confident in giving results and giving good advice for, especially in other industries like health and wellness and all those things. But that is a knowledge gap, and that is, again, the lowest sort of thing on the totem pole when it comes to social proof. But this is the hierarchy of social proof, so there's no excuses for you not to have social proof. Either you did it for someone else, you show case studies, you did it for yourself, you show your own case study, or you've learned, you've read the books, you've done the courses, you've learned everything yourself, and you're putting it into action, and you're speaking about it. Okay, so that's step number 2. 1, we define who you're targeting. 2, we define your credibility and your talking points. Why should people listen to you? 3 is define the pillar platform. All right, you want to define the platform with leverage, and you want to define the platform that you can repurpose from. I'm going to show you the exact content strategy right now, but 9 times out of 10, guys, this platform for you is going to be YouTube. The exact platform you're watching me on right now, this is the best platform. It has the most amount of leverage. You could repurpose down from this platform. I'll show you all that in a second, but you want to define this pillar platform. Sometimes this might not be for you. You might be on LinkedIn, you might be on Instagram, but define that pillar platform that's going to give you the best edge. If you want to watch a video on that, I also have a video of that on my channel, so make sure you check that out. So define your pillar platform next. And then finally, define the primary call to action and the funnel. Now, again, guys, views into leads is what we're going for. And this right here, we need a sales funnel. And you have a few options of a sales funnel. Is it a book a call? Are you going to do a lead magnet? Are you going to do community? Are you going to do something else? Are you just going to go like right to a VSL? That's a common one as well. Define your primary call to action and your sales funnel, because what you want to do with these types of things is you want to define the CTA and then you want to work backwards. So let's say, for example, your offer is helping dads lose 10 pounds, right? That is your offer. Well, let's work backwards from that. For people to see this, how could they even do this, right? They have to book in a call. For you to sell this offer, I should say, this is your offer. How could people even see this? Well, they have to book a call and speak with you. How can they book in a call with you? They need to see your calendar and they need to see the messaging, right? They need to see, okay, I don't want to just talk to this guy. I want to talk about losing 10 pounds. Okay, well, keep on working backwards from there. Well, how do they see the calendar? Well, you need to create content. Well, how is the content going to reach them? Create targeted content that reaches them. Guys, and if you flip this is exactly what we've been doing this entire time. So we're just working backwards here. This is your offer that you're trying to sell. For you to sell it, you need to book a call. For you to book a call, you need a calendar, which is you're going to be your sales funnel. For you to actually book a call, like for people to reach that calendar, you need to create content. Well, how do you create content? You know who you're targeting and you create targeted content. Okay, that's pretty much it. Right now, are there a million steps in between these? Yes, but that's what we're doing here. We're working backwards. So it really goes like this, but we just work backwards starting with the offer. Okay, so that is it in terms of the funnel. Like that's the actual ideation behind it. Now, what you really want to be doing is basically the more leads you get, the worse quality they're going to be, worse quality. And how to combat this is as follows. Basically, the more leads you get, the more you want to increase friction. All right. So for example, if you get a lot of leads, you want to increase friction for people to hop on a call with you. So only qualified leads come through. Right, so if you're just starting, I highly recommend you just do a book a call calendar. It's the lowest amount of friction. Don't have a bunch of calendar questions on there. If you're getting a solid amount of leads, you want to do a lead magnet. If you're getting a lot of leads, do a community. And if you're getting like a lot of leads, you're getting unqualified leads, you want to do something like a VSL right here. A video sales letter. This basically is going to disqualify people. As you get more leads, you're going to get worse quality leads. So you want to filter out those leads by increasing the friction. So a lot of people don't even finish. You could also do calendar routing and a bunch of other stuff. This video is not about sales funnels, but that is basically what you want to do for step number 4. So You've defined your ICP, defined your credibility and talking points. You've got the pillar platform, so like the pillar platform you really want to create on. And then finally, you defined your funnel, right? These are all of the makings of a good content strategy, which is what we're going to cover next. And if you want a really good ideation strategy, like what to post about, I'll leave an exact guide on that below. You can take all of our AI prompts. It will create you infinite content ideas. Again, I'll leave that down below in the description, specifically if you're a SaaS high-tech agency owner or a coach, okay? Now, we want to build a distribution system. So we have a pillar platform in mind. We have the ICP. We sort of know who we're targeting, this, that, and the other. Now we want to blast out our message on the social media channels so we could get results like this. So we could reach 335 new people every single day across all platforms without absolutely killing yourself. Like no one can just sit here and record content all day. We're business owners, but we now have the beauty of AI and automation, guys. And this is going to play a massive role in the next part of building out a distribution system that brings you a plethora of leads and ideal leads that are ready to buy. So this is the repurposing structure that I use. Now the pillar platform, why I said 95% of it's going to be YouTube, because I want you to logically think about this. From YouTube, once you create that video, you could always repurpose down to short form. You could always repurpose down to written. Like that's very, very simple. I have not seen anyone pull this off yet. Where they could take a written LinkedIn post, or a short form piece of content on Instagram, and they turn it into a YouTube channel, a video. Like I've never seen that. And I'm not talking about AI slop or bad stuff like that. I'm talking about a solid YouTube video just like this. There's no way to go from a short or a LinkedIn post up to a YouTube video. There's just no way to do so. But there is tons of ways to turn a YouTube video into the other platforms. So that's why you want to start with long form. That's why you want to start with YouTube. That's why it's the pillar platform. And honestly, without YouTube, none of this stuff, in my opinion, would work. Now, this is the exact sort of funnel that we see. You can see that at the end of the day, we're using AI and automation sort of at this breaking point right here. So AI is going to help repurpose into LinkedIn content. AI is going to help turn it into short form content. Now you have all of this content, guys, working to book you calls. And then straight from YouTube, working to book you calls all the time, 24/7, working to book you calls, getting you thousands of impressions a day, getting 335 new people to see your face every single day. All of these people are booking in calls. They're becoming leads. They're getting aware of you. And guys, if someone doesn't close today, they might close in 7 months. You just have to keep the system pumping. I've had people that have watched me for 2 years and now they're ready to buy. So I didn't make that money today. I made that money 2 years ago when I started posting and I started doing this content. All right. And the final thing is we're redirecting most of the call to actions here all the way to the top. All right. So yep, the call to actions can go to booking in the call, but of the people that see you on LinkedIn and Twitter and all of these short form platforms, you also want to redirect them back to your YouTube channel so they can get nurtured. The YouTube channel does the nurturing for you. All right. And again, you get into the flywheel here. So they see you on short form, they watch your long form then get repurposed back down in the short form. You reach more people. Those new people check out your YouTube videos, and this gets into the spiral and the circle. You're getting people in your ecosystem. That's the best way I could describe it. You're getting people to see you in multiple touch points, and when people do that, they tend to like you and they tend to buy from you, okay? Then you have all of this traffic just surging, getting nurtured, ready to book you a call, okay? If you want a demo on this system, I'll leave it down below. This is the exact system that we have built for our own clients. It's what's getting all the results, basically automating 80% of the content process, specifically with YouTube. For example, this entire script that this YouTube video is filmed on, including this whiteboard, was all aided by AI and automation. This allows us to pump out quality content every single day. I'll leave a free training down below. And if you want to book a call with us to see exactly how the system can fit into your business, I'll leave that link down there as well. Now, the principles here is you want to start with the most human involvement, which is something that I mentioned. You want to start with the most leveraged platform, which is going to be YouTube. Don't want to spread yourself too thin. So you want to do too much at the same time. So sometimes I've taken a step away. So like Twitter, I'm not really on it right now. I'm on and off with LinkedIn. You don't want to spread yourself too thin, even with AI and automation, because you do not want to let AI sacrifice the quality. Please do not let AI sacrifice the quality of your content. It's meant to give you a head start. It's honestly, so like if this is the entire creation process, so like from zero to video, or I should say to post, whatever it is, written, video, whatever, usually you have to do this whole thing yourself. I want AI to get you to this point, and then I want you to fill in this gap right here. That's it. All right, because this little gap that you're filling in with your own human brain, thoughts, intelligence, emotions, this will still give you a quality post. But now you don't have to do any of this other work, and you could go do something else with that time, okay? That's pretty much what I want instead of, or what you should be doing. It's not what I want, it's what you should be doing, because this is what works best. You don't want to use AI for the whole thing because then you get bad stuff. You don't want to use AI for none of it because you're wasting your time. You want to use a balance of it. All right, so don't spread yourself too thin. And then feedback flows through the system. So again, guys, we're collecting, not only are we collecting eyeballs and viewers here, but we're collecting a massive amount of data here. All right, so for example, if I go to my dashboard system, which is again what we use to like post a lot of our content, if some videos are outperforming the others, a lot of this video is getting a lot of impressions, I'm just in more places, I can see more data, and the more data I have, the better decisions I can make. So if one video is doing super well, and I see that trend across all platforms, I'm just going to remake that video tomorrow and post it again. Like the data you have access to when you start to post on all these platforms, you could really start to pick up little trends in your niche, things other people are doing, who's responding to your content, and you can let it guide your decision, guide your offer, guide the content you're creating, guide your messaging on your landing page. So the data here here is huge, and feedback and data flows through the system. It's honestly, in my opinion, outside of the leads and obviously making money from the actual system in the form of signing clients, this is my favorite part because you get to understand your industry at scale because you're reaching so many people and you're seeing what performs. You guys are smart people. You'll start to pick up on little things, little trends from place to place. And when I say trends, I don't mean like consumer trends. I mean data trends. Okay. And that is a massive, massive thing. All right. Now, the next thing is want to release the floodgates, guys. So you've built the distribution system, you have your pillar platform, you have AI automation, you sort of have some repurposing. Again, we have the dashboard to do it for yourself, but maybe you've thrown together a make.com and automation or whatever that is to you. You have all of that built. It's time to release the floodgates, right? It's really time because before there's less competition in the AI space, in the content space, I should say, in the social media space. Now there's a lot of competition because people are leveraging the system. So you have to start yesterday, meaning if you haven't started yesterday, you have to start today. Really, you have to start today because there's never been a better time to post. There's also never been a worse time not to post because you're at a massive disadvantage because everyone is posting power of 10 plus people because they have AI, they have automation. You want to start the posting process. With each post, not only does it get easier, the goal becomes closer as well. The perfect time to start again is now, okay? If you've never posted content before, I understand that it's super cringy. It might be hard. Video content especially, you're gonna stutter a lot, you're gonna mess up a lot, but every single time you overcome this and you record something and you build the skill of recording and you do all these things, you get closer to making recording easier. And honestly, if you're just starting, don't even worry about the leads. Don't even worry about anything else. Worry about just being consistent. Worry about building your systems. Worry about working on recording and the nature of creativity and writing and content creation, all of those things, okay? Because once you could do that and once you could post, you've won the game. 85-90% of people cannot post consistently, and that's why 85-90% of people lose in this game. If you could just post consistently and that is your end goal, you're going to be fine. The leads, everything else will come over time, okay? Now, this is pretty much what you want to do. You find a topic, just work backwards again from what we've done earlier. You know your ICP, so find topics that resonate with them. If you want to watch another video on my channel, I totally show you how to come up with infinite content ideas using AI. Go to my channel, you can find that there. Script creation, so you want to find the video, you want to create the script, you want to record the video, you want to edit the video, and you want to publish the video, guys. There's really nothing else outside of this. Again, like assuming you have your funnel set up and all those things, this is how you create a video. Also, you want to batch create for efficiency as well. So you want to create 5 YouTube videos in a day. Well, that's a lot. You want to create 5 short form videos in a day. You want to create 2 YouTube videos in a day. You want to write all of your LinkedIn and your newsletters in one day. You want to batch, okay? Because when you're in a frame of mind, you could do one thing. That's when you're most creative. That's when you see the best results, okay? Instead of doing one today, one tomorrow, one later today, let's try to do it in one setting. Now, when you're just starting, a lot of people have this question. Shaz, do I do quality? Shaz, do I do quantity? This, in my opinion, is where you should start. You should be on the side towards quantity instead of quality, because a massive mistake that people make is they come into the game thinking they understand what quality is. You don't dictate what quality is. The viewer of your videos dictates what quality is. So you might think quality is being in a $5,000 setup with a really nice camera, with a Lamborghini in the back. That's what you think quality is. And then you could post a video of you jogging and walking your dog, and that's what does well. So the audience likes the dog walking video. They don't like the Lamborghini video. But you thought the opposite, right? Because you don't know what quality is until your audience tells you what it is. So you start with quantity. You post a lot of videos. You post 100, 200 videos. You see what your audience likes, and then you start to move this way. Like, okay, I've done the quantity. I understand what's working. Okay, my audience likes this. So let me do 5 quality videos now that I understand what quality actually is. All right, so that's where you should really start with this stuff. You don't determine what quality is, your audience does, and over time you move left to quality. All right, that's the cheat code there, because a lot of people get caught up with this. They put in 5 hours for one video and they make it super high quality, and then it flops because they don't know what high quality is, and they don't even have a post out yet. All right, so that's what you want to avoid. Now, moving into iteration and scale. So if you're already growing, you're already posting, this is more for you here. Basically, everything with compounding or with content is compounding over time. So yes, a lot of it is linear and it might even go down sometimes, but once you hit a run, you can really see this exponential sort of take off in what you're doing. Okay, so you just want to iterate, you want to scale, and you want to schedule. So iteration, again, is you do quantity and then you get to quality, then you scale this up, you scale the quality up, and you just schedule this videos out. And again, guys, you bulk create and you schedule out, and then you'll see this exponential sort of curve in who you're reaching, especially with AI and automation, since it's like a multiplication effect. You also see that. And then this is how you iterate. So you do a quantity of output. The algorithm will show you the way. You'll see the analytics. You'll evaluate the analytics. You'll adjust based on the analytics, and then you'll put out more quantity of that content. Guys, that's the flywheel. That's exactly how it works. And the scale, you decrease effort while maximizing quality output. This is, again, how you use AI automation, which I showed you. Building a schedule, building systems, SOP, building a team. So we have all of this right now packaged up. And again, it works so flawless. I spend a few hours a week on content creation, and it brings me those types of eyeballs because we built the systems, SOPs, hiring, team, schedules, system, like as all that stuff, guys. Probably said the same word twice there. It all works insanely well. And this is not what you should aim. If you're just starting, you have to do the grunt work of just posting. But eventually, when you have the money to invest, build a system, it becomes easy and it will pay for itself 20 times. Okay. The schedule also, want to batch record, like I mentioned, and this is the exact same thing that I just mentioned here. So I'm going to schedule it out. And the last thing, guys, is getting inbound clients and leads. This will work. What I just showed you, this will work. You do not need a massive following. All you need to do is take action on this. Exactly what I just talked about. Understand who you're targeting. Write down why people should be listening to you. Start to script out your videos. Start to post your videos. Start with quantity and then move to quality over time. Don't start too fancy. Just start posting. Start doing these things. Find your offer and your ICP and work backwards. Determine your sales funnel, to determine your calendar, to determine your, like, just work backwards with the sales funnel type of stuff, and then just get into the content creation stuff as soon as possible, guys. I'm telling you, through posting a lot, you will reveal the path. I heard a really good quote from a friend. The path illuminates as you walk it. So you don't build the path and then start to walk it. You walk and you build the path as you're doing it. That's the case when it comes to content creation. Just start because it compounds over time and you'll learn over time as well. And if you want access to literally the exact same AI automation, schedule, systems, SOP, and building a team, that's exactly what we help our clients do. You can see all of our case studies right here. Again, absolutely crushing it for SaaS companies, B2B agencies, coaches. It works really, really well. I'll leave a link down below to talk to me about that if you want to see that. And you can see the exact AI system that we're using to get these results. Regardless, please start posting. It will change your life. There's free stuff in the description that you can feel free to check out. If you like this video, you will love this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.